Comment about today's game. I'm extremely pleased with my football team. We had a lot of ups and downs this year. The kids always responded when they needed to respond. We came up a game short. It was very difficult to prepare for that style of offense in 4 days. We have not seen it in probably 6 years. So we went back and we looked at some things. I wish we would have had a little bit more time. But nevertheless, hats off. They executed the hell out of their offense today. And we also had 2 turnovers in the red zone. You have to be able to match them possession for possession if you have a chance of beating them with a team like that who's executing at that higher level. So when you had those two turnovers, we had 3 turnovers total, 2 in the red zone. You put yourself in a very difficult situation, and you put your defense in a very difficult situation. Now you got to pitch a perfect game in the second half to win, which we weren't able to do. But hats off to them. Like I said, we're very pleased. Not too much looking forward to next year because we owe it to our seniors to live in the moment. But it's not about next year for me. We will be a very good football team, but ain't about that. Right now, I owe it to my seniors to close out this year. Thank them for their efforts. Thank them for their contributions to the program. And then we'll start getting ready for next year. My running back, 26?
Yeah, 26.
26, Michael Duke, second-year starter. Got over 1,000 yards for us this year. Did a very good job. He was converted to a running back last year out of need, out of severe need, and he's taking that position and he's progressed mightily in a year and a half. Then we have Daryl Flemister took over as a starter as a true freshman last year in week 5. Week 5. He's made tremendous strides this year as well. So whatever you guys got questions for me or the young man, go right ahead.
Coach, 3 games here at Ford Field this year. 0-3 in those games.
I got a lighter in my pocket. Run the place down.
What is it about coming indoors that was a little bit tough for you guys this year?
I think it's less about indoors and more about the matchups. You know, we played Cass, who's playing today, Division I finalist. We split with them. They had all the motivation in the world going into the second matchup. We played Catholic Central, and the kids played a hell of a game, but we didn't have our quarterback for that game. And then today, Zeeland did a great job. Indoors, outdoors, it made a difference? I doubt it. Just so happened we had 3 tough games. We've won a lot in this building too. So you can't cry about the losses and pat yourself on the back about the wins. You have to take both in stride. You have to take both with great character. No one felt sorry for us when we were lifting that trophy up to 5 or 6 rings. I got however many I got. So I'm going to give Zeeland and get those teams that we lost to this year all the credit in the world.
Daryl, what did you think of their offense?
Their offense?
Yeah.
I mean, they executed. And then when the coach called the play, they just executed that play. They kept executing.
But with the 3 backs, the whole setup.
I mean, our team, we never played it before, so we only had 4 days to practice. So I was expecting the defense to have it, but I knew they wasn't going to have it all the way.
Would you like to be a quarterback in that system?
Not my style.
Daryl, what about their defense? What was the hardest part about playing their D?
I mean, it wasn't a hard part about playing the defense. It was just offensive mistakes we was making. We was just making mistakes on crucial downs when we was behind the yard marker. I mean, it was just mistakes made.
Coach, the fullback number 1, 6 touchdowns today, 3 rushing, 3 receiving. Talk about what you saw in the film from him and what kind of makes him a tough guy to slow down.
Well, I thought I was watching the film and fast forward. He got some speed. You cannot, if you learn very fast, you cannot stereotype people when it comes to speed. Speed is speed. That kid's fast in any league, you know. So he outran some angles today. He proved to be a really good football player. I would like more kids like him get more chances on the next level. That kid's a ball player. So I'm glad he was able to get the exposure he needed today, playing on a real big stage, and hopefully he can parlay that into a college scholarship. So hats off to him, great player.
For either player, I know your coach didn't really want to jump into next year, but just how can you guys use this as motivation coming back for next year and years after?
I'd say prepping more. Like he said, we only have 4 days to prepare for this type of offense, and I say just prepping. Like the more offense you're gonna see, the more defenses you're gonna see. Just gotta prep. That's it, and take the weight room serious. That's it.
For the players, how did you learn and grow from this year?
I learned that I just had to be more poised, take coaching. When you take your coaching and the coaching's right, they've been here about how many times, Coach TP? A lot of times, and me having one of the best coaching staff in Michigan, I just had to take the coaching, what they told me to do the whole season, and I did that, and we came here.
Thanks, folks. We'll take a few minutes out.